Street, and I got moved to the Daily Express. And this is not only that, but when I met Kenneth Clark, when I was working for the Couple Report as an investigative journalist many years later, I was 18 years old. The producer of the programme said, look, you say you're 15 to grease the wheels against these guys, because they knew that young boys hung around with these businessmen, and they wanted to get in with them. So I said to Ken Clark when I met him, I'm 15 years old. And what did he do? Yeah, groped me. Sexually assaulted me. Yeah. So, the police came to me and said, this is Operation Fairbridge, not U-Tree. Operation Fairbridge said, we're the men. They're the boys, U-Tree. We can actually go after these guys. And I said, well, what happens if you, why can't you go and ask Prince Charles what was he doing with Jimmy Savile in Scotland? Why can't you go and speak to him? And they said, basically, we'd love to, but we don't know if we can, protocols. But you need to make a statement against Ken Clark, because you don't know what's going to happen in the future. I said, I don't want to make a statement against Ken Clark. I've done my article, he hasn't sued me. Nobody has sued me. I have not seen a solicitor's letter. I have not seen a cease and desist from anybody. And that only happens when you're telling the truth. Otherwise, I'd be crucified, and it would have happened instantly. My YouTube channel got taken down, my Facebook channel got taken down, and my Twitter account got taken down, all in the space of about 10 minutes. And this is why. Because when the police came to me, they said, make this statement. I spent 8 hours with the detective, being interrogated about the colour of the carpet, about the wallpaper, how many stairs were there, and I was accurate. And at the end of the 8 hours, they turned around to me and they went, Ben, you know what? You're spot on, we can do something with that. If it was a half-page statement, we wouldn't do anything. But because it's 15 pages, we're gonna go and speak to Mr. Clark. We'll get his side of the story, and I'm great. He goes, leave it with us, give us a chance to investigate it, let us do our job. And I'm like, you know what, mate? Absolutely. You seem all right to me. I'll let you do your job for 6 months. They were away. Every interview I did, I said, no, give the police a chance. Let them do their job. 6 months later, which was a couple of weeks ago, they came back to me and said, look, Kenneth Clark is above the law. He cannot be touched. The people that you mentioned, I told them anecdotal evidence of my experience, and that, you know, with historical abuse, you need to put yourself in the room, have a good reason. I was working for the Cook Report, I was put there by the producers. The producer of the show said 6 months ago, yes, I was there, yes, Kenneth Clark was there, but they couldn't quite see the growth, even though we'd all watched it on the film back afterwards. Now, when the police went and interviewed her, she went, oh, I don't know, but then she works for BBC Panorama, doesn't she? And that should say it all. You know? These people have things to lose, so they don't speak out. I am a man alone, and I know that. And I can be a man alone. Because no one can silence me. Thank you. Thanks, really. And so the police came to me and said, he's above the law. There's a two-tier system. Politicians cannot and won't be spoken to by the paedophile unit. The paedophile unit won't speak to them. They're simply gathering intelligence to be used against these people. So when there needs something being voted for or something going their way, the paedophile unit give it out to whoever they sell it or do whatever they do with it, and they force these politicians to do what they want, like Bill was saying about Margaret Thatcher. So Kenneth Clark's above the law. Andrew Lloyd Webber, who stuck his tongue down my throat, is above the law. And I was 13 years old. I was given drugs, I was given alcohol. And don't think it was like a line of coke in the bathroom with a £20 note. It wasn't. It was a milkshake. Chocolate, a strawberry milkshake with cocaine in it. And people said, drink this will pep you up for the show. That's how you were given drugs. And then you were given alcohol. I went to Esther Ranson's house for a party, and we were doing drugs and alcohol in that party when we were kids. She's head of child life, for God's sake. Can she be questioned? Absolutely. Can she be questioned? No. Jimmy Savile had to die before we questioned anything and all the victims came out. You know? Kenneth Clark cannot be questioned because the police admitted that there was a two-tier system in place. We are not part of it. If I made an allegation against any one of you or you, me, I'd be spoken to by the police. I'd have to make a statement. What happened to me was the police just simply threatened me. So I filmed them, put them up on YouTube. Let you decide. tested, they'll split families up. I'll do a lie detector test any day of the week and twice on Sundays about my Ken Clark story.
Yes!
Absolutely. Not afraid of it whatsoever. So the police decided to threaten me. I had a man in a black mask outside my window of my flat threatening me and my wife over the phone on the day that Lee Rigby got killed. Say, what happened to that soldier was going to happen to you. How can that be right? I was on the run for 7 days and I knew I had to get here. Of course, my mistake was that I told my wife I was going one place and I actually went another. So she got very worried, it got onto the internet and it's gone viral. But in a way that was good because it's got it all out there to you lovely people here in the sun. So it's still ongoing for me, it's not over. What I'm trying to do now is get the story out to as many people as possible. Kenneth Clark will find himself in a court of law, whether he likes it or not. He will be justice.
Yeah.
And anybody else I make complaints against, they will find themselves in a court of law. And I will not stop until it's done. Thank you very much,
Ladies and gentlemen, just very, very quickly between that, just to lighten the mood a little bit. It's